When he learns of the Empire's struggle, Dmitri decides the time is right to strike. He moves swiftly to drive the Empire out, toppling one unfaithful Western lord after another. Finally, he descends on Aryan Road, seat of Count Ro, the first lord to betray him. Thus does Edelgard's army begin another grueling march to rescue a different count.
We've been here before. But we were in such a rush to rescue Lonato that we never got more than a glimpse of Aryan Road. Can't really appreciate the scale that quick. And now we're back to bail it out.
If only Claude hadn't hatched his futile scheme. We could have avoided all these needless battles and saved countless lives.
Yet, in a more positive light, he handed us the perfect opportunity to show that not even the Alliance and Kingdom together can match the Empire's strength. Once we crush the army of Fargus, our superiority will be clear for all to see.
And will that actually result in fewer casualties going forward? Because that is what would put Her Majesty's heart at ease.
I will make no guarantees for matters beyond our control. So long as fanatics are willing to die for the Central Church, casualties are inevitable.
We broke the Alliance's siege, and we can break the Kingdom's too.
We're lucky it's a stronghold like Aryan Road that's under siege. It shouldn't be half the nail-biter we had to deal with last time.
Yes, but last time Count Bergles was in command. For all we know, Count Ro will break like a twig and surrender the moment he hears the first soldier crest the hill.
As I see it, we have two options. We can take a direct path for Aryan Road, or we can wait until we scatter the Kingdom troops that are fanned out in the north. It is a most vexing decision.
As a professional at staying holed up, I think we should secure the perimeter first and get rid of as much danger as we possibly can.
Time is important. We should be striking fast and hard.
We're gonna have to deal with the north after we free Aryan Road anyway, so it makes sense to clear them out now and get it over with.
Let's keep both options open and see how the situation unfolds. General Randolph.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I commend you for holding Aryan Road with what few soldiers you had.
Thank you, Your Majesty. But I am unworthy of such praise when I failed to prevent the siege. Coordination with Count Ro proved difficult. It was all I could do merely to keep the enemy in check.
That alone is commendable. The more foolish man would have rushed to glory, and gotten himself and his underlings killed in the process.
I have a key role for you in the coming rescue, General. I know you are up to the task.
Of course, Your Majesty.
My brother and I will give our all.
Very good. But do not let your eagerness for victory come at the cost of lives. We have many more battles ahead and must conduct ourselves accordingly.
Hey there, Edelgard.
Leafing through documents, are we? This is new.
Yeah, completely out of character, I know. But one of these reports has been stuck in my mind. Back when Count Ro declared fealty to the Empire, other lords committed to doing the same, right? But the moment we left and the Kingdom army marched south, they fell right back in line. It's like they never betrayed Fargus in the first place.
Good memory. That's exactly what happened. Houses Elidor and Duval both made overtures to join the Empire.
So why is the Kingdom welcoming them back without so much as a wrist slap? Is this another House Gloucester thing where the politics demand it? Seems like their importance as noble families outstrips the fact that they're all two-faced liars.
Politics are doubtless involved, but the heads of houses can change, as they did with Gloucester. We're not bound to place importance on any one individual, only the bloodline.
So the kingdom's aristocracy gets the same free pass as the alliances?
Yes, and the Empire's as well, even though I do my best to treat everyone equally. I cannot afford to slight a minister's house, for example. They broke fealty to the former Prime Minister when they swore it to me. Would you call that treachery? What makes it different from the actions of Count Gloucester?
You can't blame someone for switching sides when they're outnumbered. Do you think they're just gonna lay down and die?
That's part of it. I think what matters is why they had the change of heart. Was it for land? For status? To exact revenge or seize glory? Because I view a betrayal for any of those reasons to be utterly worthless.
Yeah, money and vengeance are pretty shallow motives. Though, that's why I'm here.
I'm not talking about mercenaries. I'm talking about lords. Each of their decisions has the ability to upend the lives of thousands, if not more. Only a person with the character to realize that is truly fit to lead.
I've worked for plenty of nobles in my time. Until now, I couldn't have cared less what it means to actually be one. But then you gave me responsibility over all these soldiers, and it... well, I guess I'm starting to see the world in a different way, and the people who live in it too.
I see.
I admit your grand designs sail clear over my head sometimes. Most of the time, actually. But that's why I stand by you. I feel like one of these days, something important's gonna rub off on me.
And I feel the same. You've opened my eyes to all manner of things I might never have seen otherwise. You are a commoner without the fetters of a family name, wielding your sword directly for me. That's more valuable than you may realize.
Can you believe this, Gwendol? We've waited what feels like decades, and still no Imperial army. What is the Emperor thinking? She promised to protect us.
Calm yourself, my lord. They will come. We've received reports of a large army forming to the south of Aryan Road. They will scatter this siege to the wind. I have no doubt of that.
They had better. It's her promises that swayed me into betraying the kingdom in the first place. I didn't do this just so my lands could be leveled by the King of Fargus' fiery wrath.
The Silver Maiden will keep us safe. She yields to no invader.
Viscount Elidor and Count Duval have both sent messages, imploring me to surrender for the sake of my people. Yes, perhaps it's not too late. I can lure the Imperial army in and kill them, then beg the king for mercy.
My lord.
Lonato, you fool. Your rashness is to blame for all of this.
This is no time to go soft, my lord. Turning our coats a second time would be abominable. One betrayal can be explained away with the right sort of excuse.
But a second? A second paints the lot of us as feckless curs.
Ugh. Then what would you have me do? Gwendol, you tell me!
Command it, my lord, and I will gladly go to my grave. You, however, must not. Yet unless you have fought life and limb for your people, you cannot surrender with honor intact. Anything less would earn you the people's scorn, just as it did your ancestors.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Yes, of course. It certainly would not do to forget that Roe blood is stained with treachery. Well, so be it. A weather vane must go with the wind, and a born traitor must finish the sedition he started.
Wise words, my lord. Your people will thank you for this course of action.
Hey! That's up. That's up.
Another day, another stage to conquer. I'll handle this.
Understood.
My muscles will see me through.
The fight starts now.
I'll show you how my hard work has paid off.
I will accompany you. Starting the mission. Is that an order?
You can count on I'll do my best.
All right, here I go. There's nothing these muscles...
Commencing attack. Follow me.
Out of the way!
You shall pay for this, you hear?
Of course I didn't.
The stronghold's ours. This doesn't look good.
going for it. See what you can accomplish when you eat right.
My accomplishments won't mean a thing if I'm not still standing when the battle's over.
You have killed so many. Perhaps I underestimated you.
You're dead! This place won't be a problem anymore.
See what we can do.
You can count on me.
All right. All right, here I go.
Shall we take up position here?
I'm all right. I won't lose.
I face my comrades after this.
That turned out well.
Watch closely.
Take a breather.
Now, what spices shall I dress you with? These people are simply begging to be hurt!
Still improving.
You're really going for it. See what you can accomplish when you eat right.
You can't just waltz in here and do as you please.
Remain vigilant.
Right.
This isn't good. It seems the fortress gates have been partially breached. The kingdom soldiers are pouring into Aryan Road.
Does that make us right on time, or a bit too late? Dimitri is no ordinary king if he managed to pry a citadel like this apart. I assume our soldiers stand ready?
We go on your command.
If we dally too long, some of our officers and troops are likely to surrender to the enemy. That includes Count Rowe, who has a most notorious sense of self-preservation.
Yeah, him and every other noble.
Come now, that is simply not true. Why, take me for example. I am the perfect embodiment of what every noble should aspire to be.
You can tell us all about it later, Ferdinand. Everyone, move out.
I'll do my best.
Just turn me loose already.
Understood.
Courage, everyone. Aryan Road is nearly ours. Keep pressing until we claim the main hall.
The King's army is true to its reputation. Even I can only stall for so much time.
They're closing in on the main hall. We must help them, and quickly. We must reach the main hall before Count Rowe is put in peril.
Count Rowe values his life above all else. If they get a blade to his throat, the man will betray us. The main gates are closed. We could circle around from the left or right, but
the ground along those routes is filled with traps. We'll have to do this the smart way and use the gates.
The devices on the walls to the east and west will allow us to open the main gate.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
Here I go. No mistake.
We'll never get anywhere with that device until we deal with the soldiers around it.
Keep your eyes on me! Now, charge and attack!
Spikes just came out of the ground! Everyone, stay away from the pointy bits!
I'm bringing it down!
This place is a serious pain. Why can't the route to the main hall just be a straight line?
Watch closely.
gates are open. What now?
You can count on me.
I'll hold the area around the gates, Your Majesty. You keep going.
We can do this, Randolph. None will get past us.
The enemy controls the central gates as well. How aggravating. This is clearly going to be a multi-step process. First, we must use devices within the fortress to gain access to the walls, where we will find the devices that will open the central gates.
So you're saying we should start by using the two devices in front of the central gates?
Why does this have to be so complicated?
Maybe they call her the Silver Maiden because our hair will be gray by the time we finish this.
I think this will go well.
All right, here I go. There's nothing these months. I'm on it. No charge.
I'll take levers and switches over more soldiers any day of the week.
You call that fighting? The great lion has only begun to roar!
I take no joy in battling old friends, but I have a duty and will see it through.
I'm on fire!
Don't make me kill you, Mercedes.
Smash that stronghold into rubble!
Please, Mercedes. No more.
I never could bear to see you cry. Not then and not now. Oh, very well.
There. Now we can reach the other devices that will open the central gates.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
Take a breather.
We must... Move on those gates. Time is our enemy.
The devices we're looking for are up on the walls to the east and west.
In the name of the king, the Empire must be destroyed! All troops, advance!
Reinforcements have arrived.
Then we'll stop them. They can't be allowed to interfere with the rescue.
I'm counting on you, Red. Defend those gates with your life.
I'm unstoppable.
I must learn from your feats.
One is down, one is to go.
Now, charge and attack!
Not a problem.
I'll take your spot.
So this is where I die. Very well. I stand ready for what comes.
Time slips away from us. Move faster!
Finally. Now, to breach the central gates. It seems we may be able to disarm the traps within the fortress.
I saw another device like this on the other side of the wall. Let's disable it.
You will go no further.
If Dedu is here, that means Dimitri is too. Watch close.
My turn?
It'd be out of our minds to walk through a bunch of traps. Let's disable them already.
Now we can advance safely.
Take your best shot.
Here it comes! Take this! You're done!
You won't get past me. Forgive me, Your Majesty.
We've got a friend in trouble.
That takes care of their gatekeeper. We're nearly to the main hall now. Well, we avoided the worst outcome. That's a start.
Take this! You're done!
It seems victory is yours, Lord Wendell.
The Empire holds the advantage. Attention all troops! We stand with Lady Edelgard! Put the King's forces to rout!
So the blood of the King of Lions wants to challenge me, eh? I might actually enjoy this. Yeah?
We are at a breaking point. All forces, fall back!
If we want to slow the enemy, we must put as many troops by the main hall as we can.
Weren't there hidden stairs that lead from the east and west walls down to the fortress grounds?
Move, Your Majesty. I will guard your escape.
That will not be necessary to do. Stay with our king and live on.
Swear that you will return to us, Ingrid. I could not bear to lose you.
Bring victory to Fargus, Your Majesty. Finally have the advantage. Let's work on securing the rest of the fortress. Is the king safe? Then I've done what I set out to do.
Now we can send troops in from the walls. Time to make the kingdom sweat.
She laid down her life to protect Dimitri and proved loyal to the very end.
Because of you, we have defended Aryan Road and many of the Empire's loyal vassals. I thank you for your valor.
We must hurry, Your Majesty. The others have already withdrawn.
I know. I know. Forgive me, Ingrid. It saddens me beyond measure to leave you here.
The blame is mine, Your Majesty. I should have taken guard of the rear.
Then I would only be mourning your death instead. The decision was mine, as is the failure. Every death this day rests on my shoulders.
Your Majesty, please.
She deserved so much happiness. Even after losing her betrothed, she faced life with strength and vigor, only to face the agony of death once more. It should have been me who died. How can I ever atone to Count Galatea? To Glenn?
Please, don't torment yourself. Ingrid chose to be there, and she did so for you. Do not take that from her.
In the name of this magic lance, I swear I will defend Fargus. So rest now. I will return for you when you are avenged.
Yeah.
By your valiant efforts, Aryan Road has held strong. I thank you, one and all.
Ah, I hardly broke a sweat. Those kingdom soldiers were nothing.
Wait, if they were nothing, then why was I having so much trouble?
I can't believe we had to kill Ingrid.
She was a most formidable commander, Dorothea. We had no choice if we hoped to claim victory.
I know that. You think I don't know that?
Right now, we need to discuss our next move. I'm sending the main body of our army back to Enbar. They'll remain in the capital until they recuperate from this latest string of battles, and until we've had time to retool our strategy.
We hold Aryan Road and the Western Church in the west, the Great Bridge of Myrden to the east, and Garreg Mach between them. We'll treat all three as key positions and endeavor to hold our lines there. After we regroup, we'll determine a proper time to resume our advance.
It vexes me to say this, but I have been short-sighted. We are nowhere near achieving our goals in the Alliance or the Kingdom. My command has been riddled with errors, and for that, I apologize.
Oh? And where exactly is all of this coming from? You usually exude confidence. From where I stand, we have come a great distance with minimal casualties. If time has been lost, we should be easily able to make up for it.
I'm personally happy I had the chance to see Her Majesty's vulnerable side, even if just this once.
Reassuring her with predictable responses, are we? Well, sorry. For once, I'm not sleepy at all.
Nice try. That response still registers way up there on the Lin scale.
I will be using the extra time to make improvements, so I can offer more usefulness in future battles.
I'm lucky to be surrounded by such consistent friends.
How about me? Do I count as consistent?
I can always count on you to be you. And you may take that any way you like.
So, we're finally going back to the capital. Feels like it's been ages. Couldn't come at a better time either. My bones could use the rest after all the battles we've been through.
I wholeheartedly agree. The respite will help us prepare to face the Ashen Demon.
Yeah, about that. I've been giving it some thought, and I don't think we need to obsess over that anymore.
But what about Captain Burling and your old allies? The ones who were brutally slaughtered, remember? You said avenging them was your dream. And think about how much hardship the Ashen Demon has put you through since you joined the Empire.
Don't get me wrong, I'd still love to prove I'm the better fighter. But imagine if we got someone like that on our side. We'd be unstoppable. It's time for me to put my wants aside and put an end to this war. For my friends. Unless you think that's a mistake. The Ashen Demon's mercenaries have fought for both the Kingdom and the Alliance. They don't have a cause, and they don't care who comes out on top in the end. It's all about who can toss them the most coin. And now that the dust has settled a bit, we've got a chance to lure them over ourselves.
And here I thought you were intelligent. Think about it. Their allegiances have changed, yes, but no matter their client, they've always been fighting the Empire. Why would they join us now? For that matter, what makes you think our soldiers would want to fight alongside a person who's murdered hundreds of their comrades?
As if nobody's ever flipped sides before? Come on.
Yes, but unlike the Ashen Demon, they're not single-handedly responsible for so much killing.
Hey, Arval?
Yes?
Why is it so important to you that the demon dies?
Because I care about you, of course. I mean, I think that's the reason.
Arval, out with it.
I suppose it just feels like our destiny. Like it's something we're meant to do.